Welcome back to the today's class on advanced switchgear. Today we will be seeing about modern trends in circuit breaker. Generating capacity of the world has been increasing at phenomenal rates. So we know that we are consuming energy for our daily use. So this energy has to be generated, and this energy which is generated daily is increasing at a faster rate when compared with other olden statistics. Compared to increase in generating power, breaking capacity of circuit breaker shows a even faster rate. So, since the increase in generating capacity, similarly the breaking capacity of the circuit breaker is also increasing in faster rate. Figure shows increase in breaking capacity of circuit breaker. Here in the x-axis you can see the years, and in y-axis you can see the breaking capacity of a circuit breaker in GVA. So when years increases, the rate of breaking capacity is also increasing at a faster rate, which is determined by two factors. So the increase in breaking capacity of a circuit breaker is determined by two factors. One is growth in generating capacity. Second one, increasing tends towards interconnection of systems. High energy density in large cities today forces power supply undertakings to supply voltage direct into their distribution system. So in large cities, very large buildings and very high tower buildings are being constructed and are in practical use. So these type of large constructions need a direct voltage into their distribution systems, or in their houses or in their apartments. So today the power supply vendors give the HT line directly to the consumers. The space taken up by switchgear must be absolute minimum due to high price of land. So when a switchgear is installed in a user premises, then this switchgear should take a minimum amount of space so that the switchgear should be occupied in lesser space, because in cities the price of land is very high. Switchgear installed in built-up areas must also have a very low noise level when a breaker interrupts heavy fault current, which today may obtain values as high as 60,000 amperes. In case of air brake circuit breakers, when a circuit is interrupted due to a heavy fault current, this will create a very high or very loud noise. So these type of air brake switch gears are not suitable for consumers who are using these types of switch gears. So air brake circuit breakers are suitable in power stations but not in industrial or commercial equipments. So these high noise should be avoided, and the switchgear should be able to trip the circuit even with a very low noise level, and the current rating of the switchgear should be up to 60,000 amperes. The temperature inside switchgear or a circuit breaker may rise up to 30,000 degree Kelvin. Circuit breaker of latest design are capable of interrupting currents under duration of 5 milliseconds to 20 milliseconds. Oil is an obviously inflammable substance for extinguishing hot arc. So, in our latest design, the interruption of current should be made between a duration of about 5 millisecond to 20 millisecond. So we know that this time duration is a very less duration, so that the circuit breaker should interrupt the short circuit current within a minimum period. We know oil circuit breakers which are very good at this task, and this can be used, whereas we have a disadvantage in oil circuit breakers because oil is an inflammable material, so this cannot be used in consumer premises. It is proven medium because it releases hydrogen, which by virtue of its low mass and high velocity is an excellent cooling medium. So hydrogen when used as a extinguishing medium, and this hydrogen is released from oil circuit breakers, and this hydrogen has a very low mass and have a very high velocity, and it is an excellent cooling medium. On other hand, modern circuit breakers employ heavy SF6 gas as a medium for quenching the arc. So in circuit breakers we can use SF6 gas as a medium to quench the arc. Air blast circuit breakers use air as medium at very high pressure up to 100 atmospheric level. So when air is used in circuit breakers as a medium, this very high pressure air should be increased to a maximum value of 100 atmospheric pressure. Recently vacuum as a medium at very low pressure of the order of 10 power minus 6 torr has been used with increasing success. So similar to pressurized air blast circuit breaker, vacuum is also used as a medium to interrupt the arc. So very low pressures at the order of 10 power minus 6 torr can be increasingly used as a successful circuit breakers in nowadays. This is because the medium has no particles present of any kind. So in a vacuum circuit breaker, the medium is a vacuum. Vacuum provides a empty pathway between the open contacts of a circuit breaker. So in a vacuum circuit breaker, the contacts will be separated inside a vacuum. So the medium which is the arc is produced is not present. So the vacuum circuit breaker is used to extinguish the arc at a easier rate when compared with other any type of circuit breakers. High vacuum has two outstanding properties. It has a very highest insulating strength in comparison to various other insulating medium used in circuit breaker. Vacuum is superior dielectric medium. So when compared with air, air blast, oil or any other circuit breaker, vacuum is a superior medium and has a very high dielectric strength. It is better than any other medium except air and SF6 gas which are employed at high pressure. So when air and SF6 gas are mixed, then this high pressure medium will have a very greater or very better characteristics. When AC circuit is opened by separating contacts in a vacuum circuit, interruption occurs at first current zero itself. Dielectric strength across contacts building up at a rate 1000 times higher than that obtained with increase in gap due to separation of contacts. So in vacuum circuit breakers, the length of the contacts to be separated is lesser because the medium is not present. So the arc formation is not present in the medium. So the arc is going to happen in a vacuum. So the length of separation of the contacts can be made minimum so that the arc can be extinguished by a vacuum circuit breaker with a shorter span of arc time. Breakdown kilovolt increases the breakdown voltage of vacuum compared with air for one pair of 9.5 millimeter diameter tungsten contact are given in table. On comparing here, the gap in millimeter for the contacts opening is shown and the kilovolt peak in air and kilovolt peak in vacuum is shown. Here you can see 1.25 millimeter contact separation is needed to break a 2.5 kilovolt in air peak, whereas with the help of 1.25 contact separation we can break 100 kilovolt in vacuum. So at the last stage you can see we can use 4.5 mm contact separation for 15 kilovolt peak in air. On the same time we can use 200 kilovolt peak in vacuum. So on comparison, the kilovolt peak in vacuum is very higher and it can use with the minimum gap of 4.5 mm. During contact separation of circuit breakers, arc is formed due to ionization of particles in medium between contacts. So the arc which is created when a circuit breaker is opened is now due to the form of ionization of particles which are present in the contact space where the arc is being initiated, or where the two moving and fixed contacts are get opened. Idea behind vacuum circuit breaker is to eliminate medium between the contacts, that is vacuum. So by eliminating the medium, or by eliminating the vacuum, or eliminating the medium which is present between the contacts of the circuit breaker, a vacuum is created, and in this vacuum we are going to separate the contacts, so the arc is going to present in the vacuum. Every medium that has a pressure below atmospheric, which is 760 mm of Hg, is known as vacuum. So below 760 mm of Hg, the atmospheric pressure, or the medium which is present in that pressure, is known as vacuum. Low pressures are measured in torr. So instead of measuring in millimeters of Hg, the low pressures are measured in torr. 1 torr equal to 1 mm of Hg. The pressure below about 10 power minus torr considered to be high vacuum. So when the torr value is 10 power minus 5, then these type of pressures are known as high vacuum. Value of pressure of the medium has a marked effect on molecular structure of the medium. So when the pressure or the vacuum which is being marked as an effect on a molecular structure, then this molecular structure will be shaped into a newer form because of a very low pressure, that is known as the vacuum. In high pressure ranges of vacuum system means free path is very small and molecules are constant state of intercollision. So at very high pressure ranges, this mean free path is very small and the molecules will be at the state of intercollision. The gas behaves as a fluid and is known to be in a state of viscous flow. With very high pressure, the gas will behave as a fluid and it is known as a state of viscous flow. As pressure is reduced, mean free path will increase. Eventually, a point is reached at which mean free path is equal to or greater than dimensions of the confining chamber. So, this mean free path will be equal to or greater than the dimension of the confining chamber when we are continuously decreasing the pressure, or we are continuously removing the air and we are creating a vacuum. Under this condition, molecules will collide frequently with walls of the chamber than with each other. So at this point, in the confining chamber, the molecules which are present will collide with the walls of the chamber and not with each other. This region gases said to be in a state of molecular flow. So at this state, the gas is known as it is present in the state of molecular flow. The division between two regions is specified by dimensional parameter known as Knudsen number. For a cylindrical tube, number is defined as ratio of mean free path Lm of a gas molecule to the radius of the cylindrical tube. So we can define the Knudsen number as ratio of mean free path of the gas molecule divided by the radius, where Lm divided by R is less than 0.01. Gas flow is viscous. If the ratio is greater than 1, then the flow is molecular. So if the radius, that is the Knudsen number Lm divided by R, is less than 0.01, then the gas is said to be in viscous state. Once the number is greater than 1, then the flow is said to be in molecular. Gaseous medium in vacuum interruption device usually in molecular flow range. So when a gas is used, that is an air brake circuit breaker is used, then the system will be in the form of molecular flow range. Breakdown voltage of certain contact gaps where absolute pressure is present in vacuum interrupters. When vacuum is used to serve purpose of insulation, it implies pressure of gas at which breakdown voltage becomes independent of pressure. So the purpose of insulation by creating or by making oil as a medium or air as a medium, which implies on the pressure of the medium which is present. But in vacuum, it is directly inversely proportional. The paths are in vacuum so that the contacts cannot touch each other with any purpose of medium. So the contacts will not have any medium to be connected between them. So a complete vacuum provides a very high insulation between the contacts of the circuit breaker. Such a condition is believed to be realized at values of pressure from 10 power minus 4 to 10 power minus 6 star. So this high pressure or the high vacuum is known as realized at the point where we are having 10 power minus 4 to 10 power minus 6 star. So this low pressure can be realized at a rating of 10 power minus 4 to 10 power minus 6 star. An arc is to be formed in vacuum. It is essential that pressure should be low because only then it approaches the ideal arc. So if an arc is to be created in a vacuum, then the pressure should be low so that the characteristics of the arc will be same as the ideal characteristics of an arc which is happened in air. Ideal arc should have low pressure when it is initiated during its building period, and after excitation. Arc formed in vacuum is different from those formed in other mediums. So on comparing with the arc formation in ideal arc versus the vacuum, the characteristics of the arc which is present in a vacuum is very different, and so a different theory is related with the arc formation in vacuum. When contact separation takes place in air, ionized molecules are probably main carriers of electric charges or responsible for low breakdown voltages. So, when the contact is separated in the presence of air, the ionized molecules which are present in the air are the majority charge carriers and they creates the arc. Cathode surface normally is not preferably smooth but have many microprobic projections. So on considering the vacuum circuit breaker, the complete moving contact and the fixed contacts are present in a perfect vacuum. So when the contact is examined, the cathode surface of the contact is not perfectly smooth. It will have many microprobic projections. During separation of contacts, current will be concentrated in these micro projections as they are last point of contacts. So at this point, the concentration of the charges will be present at the micro projections. So at this micro projections, the large amount of charges will be concentrated, whereas these microprobic projections are the last point of the contacts. Due to the small area of cross section, projection will suffer explosive evaporation by resistive heating and supply sufficient quantity of vapor and helps in arc formation. So due to this, the small area of cross section in projection, the projections will suffer due to explosive evaporation due to the phenomena of resistive heating, and this resistive heating will explosively evaporate the metal, and this metal vapor will help in arc formation in vacuum. In vacuum arc, electron emission occurs only at cathode spot and not from entire surface of the cathode. So on considering the cathode, the emission will occur only at the points or the micro projections, not from the entire cathode spot. For this reason, vacuum arc is known as cold cathode arc. So, the micro projections which are creating vapors, so this type of arc which is created in vacuum is known as cold cathode arc. In cold cathode, emission of electrons could be due to any of the following mechanism which occurs. The first one is field emission, thermionic emission, field and thermionic emission, secondary emission by positive ion bombardment, secondary emission by photons, pinch effect emission. At high currents, ionized metal vapor spread through quite large volumes surrounding electrodes. So, at this high current, the ionized metal vapors will spread through a large volume and it will surround the electrodes. At low currents, quantity of vapor produced is greatly reduced. So, when the low current is being interrupted, the amount of vapors which are produced due to this microprobic projection is very less. Due to rapid expansion of vapors evolved from cathode spot in vacuum. So, this rapid expansion of vapors from the cathode spot into the vacuum creates a medium, and with the help of this medium, the arc is formed in vacuum. Probability of maintaining charge carrier density sufficient to retain adequate conductivity in arc column and arc current sustain their admission process becomes increasingly small. So, when the contacts of the circuit breakers are being separated, so these microprobic projections will be converted into vapor, and this vapor should have a ability to retain adequate conductivity in arc column. So, these conductivity which is created by the vaporized metal parts should have a increasingly small value of conduction path. So, this admission process of arc current through this vaporized metal should be sufficient to produce the arc in vacuum. At current 0, cathode spot extinguish in times of the order of 10 power minus 8 seconds. So, at current 0 position, the spot will extinguish within the second of a fraction of seconds in the order of 10 power minus 8. In 50 Hz AC circuit, current passing through 0 value 100 times in a second. It is desirable that current is interrupted when it passes through 0 value, otherwise over voltage will be induced due to current chopping. So, in a vacuum circuit breaker, when a current passes through 0 value, the arc which is present in vacuum will be interrupted by its own. So, at this time, the current chopping effect should not be increased. So, the microprobic projections which are the cause for creating vapors, and these vapors should be removed by the vacuum circuit breaker to stop the arc and to stop current chopping effect. Therefore, for successful arc interruption, it is necessary that the arc be stable for half cycle duration, and particularly that it continues to exist at current approaching 0. The arc stability is found to depend upon two factors: the contact material and its vapor pressure, circuit parameters such as voltage, current, capacitance and inductance. So these two parameters depends on the stability of the arc formation. In low current circuits, most of evaporation takes place at discrete points called cathode spot, while at higher current they where evaporation takes place from cathode and anode spot. So, the evaporation which take place at the discrete points called as cathode spot, which will create a higher current, and the evaporation will take place at the cathode and also at the anode spots. In addition to sources, gas is added to the enclosure and the contacts when it is stripped from the other parts of the enclosure because of high temperature and impinging vapors on metals. Vapor pressure and arc stability are found to be interrelated. So, the pressure and the arc stability are all interrelated with each other. Higher vapor pressure at a lower temperature, better is the stability of arc and longer the lifetime of the arc. There are certain metals like zinc, bismuth, which provides such characteristics and are better electrode materials for vacuum circuit breakers. So zinc and bismuth have a very good characteristics to have a vacuum circuit breaker. The vapor pressure, thermal conductivity of metals also affects current chopping level. A good heat conducting metal will cool rapidly and its contact surface temperature will fall. So when a heat conducting metal is used, then it will cool rapidly and the contact surface will fail. This will reduce evaporation rate and the arc will chop because of insufficient vapors. A bad heat conductor will maintain its temperature and vaporization for longer time and arc will not more stable. So a bad conductor of heat material is used, then the vaporization of the micro projections will be less, so the vapors will be less, so the arc will not be more stable. Shunting contacts with different value of capacitance reduces the average lifetime of arc. Higher the value of capacitance, lower is the average lifetime of arc. An inductance in series, on other hand, increases lifetime of arc. Similarly, higher systems operating voltage longer is duration of arc. This is because more restoring voltage is available to keep the arc alive. So, a vacuum circuit breaker can be designed so that the vacuum circuit breaker can be superior in arc extinguishing properties. Thank you.